All right, dirt fans, we're live here tonight. USA International Speedway. That's right, for the VLR Big 3 Series and the super late models. Well, it's going to be an awesome one here tonight. Got a couple minutes before we go racing. Stay tuned. Get your refreshments, get everything settled. Be your favorite driver here tonight. Last week we saw a wild one. They're pretty good in the heats and all, but bad feature. I was a wild one there though, but hey, this one, bigger track, about a mile, one of the biggest dirt tracks we have here on iRacing. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys can do as they sling these awesome super late model dirt machines around this track. Oh, I see we got a good field out here. These guys, man, are all getting geared up. I had to take to the place here at USA International Speedway, the dirt track. Fictitious style dirt track, but that's okay. Still an awesome looking dirt track. Look at that. There's Howard Weaver in the Weaver Mobile. Leverstein up front. Oh, and Howard says, well, I'm going to kiss the wall. Yeah, Corey, you can check us out on YouTube, OSR Network on YouTube, Twitch, and plus you can check us out on Twitch over on the TGFN Racing Twitch side. Well, you gotta look, Andy, right now there's only one car out there, so it's usually kind of I don't know, a little bit low, but that should help. Here, I'll turn them up right there for you, see what you got. Let me know how that sounds. Yeah, I don't know if your volume's all the way up, man. I want to tell you on that one. Fayetteville, Tennessee. What's up, Sean? Yeah, you gotta look. Sometimes the sound of the cars, they go up and down a little bit. Not a real lot I can do about that. It's just kind of the dynamics of how it is. Not gonna put the cars up there where it blows out everything. I like everything a little even. But just let me know how it sounds, looks out there to y'all. I always try, man, to help out and make it sound pretty good. Not a problem, Corey. Yeah, on Twitch, OSR Network, or you can check it out on it's TGFN Racing on Twitch also. But also have it on OSR Network on YouTube. And obviously the Facebook Live here tonight on Accelerator, which is the main sponsor here. So that's what we are here, is the VLR presented by Accelerated Big 3 Series, super late models here tonight. So that's cool. I'm gonna be accompanied by Davis Richards here. He's getting everything set up here, and he'll be here in just a few.
I don't even have to have it tuned on to already talk with some action, man. But hey, I'm real excited and real happy to be up here in the OSR Network booth for some accelerated VL hard dirt late model action.
I got you. Well, Andy, you know, I can't drown out being the sound of the commentating, so I understand that on the sound of the cars, man, but got to make everything kind of level a little bit. But let me know, man, if that sounds a little bit better for you. Definitely try to help out all the viewers out there and whatnot. But yeah, Davis, man, you're right, dude. Boy, last week we saw a thriller, and it was wild.
Oh, we absolutely did, Joe. There were 3, 4 wide. Man, I was on the edge of my seat, especially those last 15, 20 laps with that battle for the lead we had. It went, man, if you missed it, I've got to go back after this race, of course, and watch it. You sure missed it, thriller.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you know, we're in a little bit bigger track here as they're advancing the qualifying, or advancing the practice session here. So it'll take us in our qualifying here tonight. I think somebody out there asked what the lineup was. Well, you're going about to see a whole mess of a lineup of machines out here tonight as we're off here to the first part qualifying to set the field for our first heats here tonight and get into our big main feature, which will be very interesting. But there's the ticker trying to give you an idea of what the rundown of kind of the cars we're looking at that are going to be coming out on the track here. But man, you're right, Davis. I mean, last week was a wild one. This week I think is really a bigger track. They got a little bit more room, and I say that, and then I'll get proved wrong, but they got a little bit more room. It's going to be interesting. The problem is, I think this place is more of a one-groove style track.
Yeah, it really is, Joe. You can see them right now going around and qualifying. They're about a lane up from the bottom. You can see them moving right above that slick stuff, getting that front left tire right on it just to help them maneuver around the corner and really give them momentum. But I think you're right. This is more kind of a one groove racetrack. But hey, we may see that cushion come into play tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they'll probably eventually get up there to that high line, but right now the low line seems to be the dominating place that they want to be. As Jacob Fields right now puts it on top. Zach Rounds there in second. Ken Short sitting in third. Albert Perez, well, as I said, that he's down to 6 now. Garrett Nieberge right there moved up, and Jacob Leverstein, he jumps up to third. So that's going to jump, you know, it's kind of like a ping pong ball lottery thing. It'll jump around throughout the qualifying.
Yeah, it really will. But we've got some fast times out there. You know, 21 seconds. So we're definitely going a lot slower than we were last week. Where were we hitting in that 13-second range or so last week, Joe? Yeah, I think it was. Over-exaggerating.
No, I think you're right, because it was about a half-mile track or so for me. So really, you know, those. I mean, this is a mile track. It's the biggest dirt track we have here on iRacing. Obviously, it's, you know, fictitious style track. Still a really nice one, but it is the biggest one that we've got here. So they should get some big speeds. Obviously, you know, 21-second times is going to be interesting. But man, we've got about 30-some machines out here tonight.
Yeah, we do. There's some real fast machines too. I mean, we've got people like DJ Kilinowski, John Littoral out there, Ken Short, Ian Blanchard, Virgil Graham, Eric Hoff, Howard Weaver. Man, there's some really fast guys out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. When you get the who's who of the VLR camp over here, because that's what we are. VLR presented by Accelerated tonight here for the Big 3 Series, super late models. And right now, Jacob Fields, that 007 Spy machine, he is on top right now. Let's see if anybody can actually knock him down.
Drew Hurts, you see, is about 700 off of Jacob Fields right there. So all these lap times are really close. We've even got Tyler Hudson with a 21.660. Would expect him to be further up in the field, but we're going to have to find out here as they get to the end of qualifying.
You know, last week he didn't really qualify well, but he was up front there towards the end of it and whatnot. But, yeah, Tyler Hudson, the VLR Spring Fling winner here. Man brought home a good paycheck a couple weeks ago, so hats off to him. One thing you got to be mindful of, we just saw right there the 47 machine do. When they're going into that on the turns, going into it, they can hit that inside grass there. It could upset these cars. Something to keep an eye on throughout the race tonight.
Yeah, it does, and I think we're going to see these drivers get on that graphic you were talking about, get that inside wall, and hey, you might see a little battle down there, and the driver might get too comfortable and send it right through the field.
Yeah, no doubt. You love that word, send it.
Send it, send it, send it.
Yeah, I like they're going to be digging out here all night long, digging some potholes and some ditches in the dirt, because, boy, these guys are about putting it in. Right now, I just don't think anybody, man, can dig enough to catch Jacob Fields up front. Drew Hurtsco is close, but just definitely can't. Wasn't able to muster up enough.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. The track right now is probably worn in a lot more than it was at the beginning of qualifying. So it's kind of like on the oval side tracks where that track tip heats up, but here the track slickens up, so you're going to have slower lap time. So, you know, you can see the correlation between dirt and the asphalt, even though it's a completely different style of racing.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely you got these guys, and qualifying is done, and Jacob Fields is going to be the man putting it on top right there, folks, as we're heading up here to set up for the first night here of heat race number 1. And, boy, we got a couple heavy hitters in it. Davis, I'll let you do the grid and order for us here.
Hey, sounds good. We'll start in that first spot is the number 2 of Ian Blanchard, and second is the 07 of Howard Weaver. He's going to be looking to weave his way through the front. Didn't have the night he wanted to last Tuesday, but hey, he's coming back for some redemption. And third, Shane James. Jacob Fields started out with that fastest qualifying time in the 007. Albert Perez in 5th. Seth Gary in 5th. Tommy Champagne sitting in 7th place. Robert Schaefer in 8th. And rounding out heat number 1 is Lane Walker with that 324 natural light, natty light machine.
Yeah, no doubt. It's our good field here to start heat race 1 tonight. Folks, hang on to it because it's going to be a good one. And these guys are about to put on a show like no other. And as you watch our man right there, Jacob Fields, who actually qualified it number 1 on the qualifying order. So it's actually going to give him a good start. Howard Weaver right here in this one. 2 of them, Tommy Champagne, he's in. So just to name a few guys, man, in this heat race 1. Going to be 10 laps, though.
And it's going to go by in a heartbeat, too, especially with this big of heavy hitters. Like I said, we're going to have 3 of them are going to advance to the A main, and the rest of the 6 drivers are going to be looking to get into the C and B main to try to battle their way through it. But, hey, I'm excited, Joe.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Oh, we know fan favorite out there, Shane James. Well, we know a lot of people like him. He's got that HRE Motorsports machine, and we want to give a shout out to HRE Motorsports, one of the sponsors here at OSR Network, along with SimSpeedShop.com. Definitely give them a shout out there. But tonight's title sponsors here, VLR, presented by the Accelerated, and we're live here on the Accelerated Facebook Live site, along with OSR Networks, YouTube, Twitch, and True Game Fan Networks Twitch side also. So you got a couple avenues you want to check out. Check them all out depending on what you want to look at and what you want to stream on. Welcome everybody out there. Got a few people out there, man, talking up Cool Breeze. And it's good, man. The sounds good to all y'all as we're getting set here for our Heat Race 1 here at USA.
And it's going to be a thriller. And you said it just depends on which one you want to watch, Joe. Man, I think we ought to just get a camera in the top right of the screen that's just showing you.
I got a webcam.
There we go.
I don't want to scare people
Who
off,
out
though.
there wants to see Joe in the top right corner like the streamers do while he broadcasts the race? Hey, we'll put me one in too, and we'll be like the real NASCAR commentators like Jeff Gordon and Darrell Waltrip out there.
Yeah, every once in a while on the break they can put us on us. Yeah, okay. I don't know if everybody wants to see me though, man. I don't want to scare too many people off, man.
Yeah. I understand that one completely, Joe. Yeah, might scare you too many people off. There's children watching.
That's right. Look, no, I mean, they might have some bugs or something in the house they might want to get rid of, but that'd be about it.
Well, you know who's going to be getting one? Okay, we're going to try to get it out one more time. You know who's going to be wanting to get rid of some bugs? That's the 07 of Howard Weaver. Talked about him earlier while we were doing the grid in order. Has not had the last couple of weeks he wanted. Didn't finish good in the spring fling. Didn't finish good last Tuesday. But hey, he's going to be coming to that 07 super late model machine tonight at USA.
Well, I got some fans out there say do it. Well, Pace Truck's coming around, and I'll get my chuckle out here. But Pace Truck's coming around, is going to duck off on that pit road. We're going racing here for Heat Race 1, USA style for the VLR. And boy, they already kicking it up, heavy style out front there. As you see them already battling side by side as they come out of turn 2.
And that 3 is Shane James. Gets a little loose and has to check up just a bit. He loses ground, and now he's got the 007 of Jacob Fields coming right at him. Jacob Fields on the top side. Now he puts his sights on the number 2 of Ian Blanchard, and we have a leader. That's going to be the 07 of Howard Weaver.
Howard Weaver taking it to the point there. Ian Blanchard trying to run him down, but Shane James right there in the tire tracks. He's got his hands full, though, with that Jacob Fields who's trying to take the high side. They're going to go side by side to head off into turn 1. Actually, excuse me, turn 3 there, as they still will take it side by side. The 06 of Albert Perez, though, he says, fellas, settle it out. I got to get up here and try to get in that transfer spot.
He does, and Shane James didn't get the restart he wanted to, and he hasn't been able to battle back for it because now he's lost that transfer spot to the 007 of Jacob Fields, and now he's going to have to deal with the 06 of Albert Perez and the 33 of Tommy Champagne.
No doubt about it. Champagne's coming up there, but Albert Perez is on the inside. They're thinking about 3 wide coming into the turn. They are almost 3 wide. Contact out of the turn there. Got Champagne there a little bit sideways. Hope he didn't break the bottle there too much.
Yeah, you're right. I hope he didn't break it either, but they're still battling in this fight. It's just for the 4th spot. Right now, the 3rd spot, Jacob Fields with the 007. He's battling the 2 of Ian Blanchard for that 2nd spot, but they better watch out because that 07, we already know from qualifying times that he has a fast machine.
Yeah, no doubt about it right there. Jacob Fields still in the 2nd spot. Howard Weaver out front. Yeah, top 3 get your transfer here in the heat. And right now, Ian Blanchard's in that transfer, but he has got a lot of heat right now from the HRE Motorsports machine of Shane James, who is looking to the inside. Can't quite get it done. He trimmed the hedges down there just a little bit, trying everything he can. Tommy Champagne is on his back bumper, so the battle is on for 3rd place right now.
It is, and we've got 5 laps to go here, and this is the battle for the transfer spot. We're getting a closer battle to the lead, too, with Howard Weaver and Jacob Fields, but all the action is right now on the number 2 of Ian Blanchard and the number 3 of Shane James. It took him a handful of laps to get that thing rolling after that restart, but once he did, man, he's got that thing set and loaded.
Yes, he is, man. Howard Weaver out front looking really good, but he's got Jacob Fields coming on strong, so it might be a battle for the lead here soon. As we got about 3 to go here, still a battle 3rd spot for that transfer spot right there. As Shane James looks on the inside, and as he does that, so does Jacob Fields. Well, Jacob for a minute looked on the inside, but Ian Blanchard, he's going to be out there, but Shane James is doing everything he can to try to get that 3rd spot.
So you talked about flipping that inside grass in the corner, so close to that inside ball. Number 3, Shane James is doing everything he can, but beating down the wall. He gets the under him. Is he going to be able to get side by side? I don't think he is. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull out that pass on that low side, Joe. I think he's going to have to try something different, but he's going to have 2 to go to try it.
You know what? Just can't get the grip. As I say that, look at the battle up front here, though, as Jacob Fields is looking to the inside of Howard Weaver. Howard moves up the track a little bit, slides, gets a little tight there on the dirt side, leaves the inside door wide open for the 007. He can't make the pass coming out of the turn as we're coming up to the white flag. 1 time to go.
1 time to go as they head into 1 and 2. The battle for that transfer spot. Ian Blanchard's got about a car length advantage, back to the lead. It looks like Howard Weaver's going to be able to pull it off. Jacob Fields is going to give it one last hurrah, gets to the inside of him, races him clean, and Howard Weaver's going to win your 1st heat.
Yep, Howard Weaver's going to take heat 1, Jacob Fields in 2nd. Ian Blanchard's going to hang on to that transfer spot in 3rd. The top 3 guys there. Everybody else going to have to try it later on here. And one of the main features, but I'm going to tell you, wow, as we get set to grid up Heat Race 2, another 9 machines out there, and Jerry Punch, I like that one. That's my new name, Davis, Dr. Jerry Punch, by the way. But you want to take us to the grid in order on Heat Race 2?
Hey, Joe, don't mind if I do. Starting that 1st spot for heat number 2 is that 28 machine of Ken Short. 2nd place, Brad Dye in the 56-41 of Dylan Hauser in row 2 in the 3rd position. 4th spot, Drew Herchko, that number 26. We know he has some speed. He has shows the speed week in and week out. Lewis Chowning in 5th. Randall Carter in 6th, Jordan Wesley in 7th. We've seen shades of him last Tuesday. Drew Phillips, that 22 machine, sitting in 8th place. And in 9th, rounding out heat number 2 is going to be the 967 of Kevin Forcier. And I'm pretty sure I butchered that name, Joe.
Hey, don't feel bad. I butcher names all the time. English, you know, I got 2 sets of English, bad and worse, and that's about it. I might throw a little Southern in there every once in a while.
Bad and redneck, how about that?
That too, there you go. Well, Ken Short, he's up front there in that 28 machine. Looks like, what's that, Brad Dyer? I don't see him on the field. Not going to make it here, is he?
Yeah, I'm looking right now, Joe, and I'm not seeing him. It said he had manually disconnected, so maybe he loaded up that machine and took her home. So that's going to put Dylan Hauser in 2nd, I believe, and Drew Herchko in 3rd. But after watching that 1st heat, it looks like, man, the lane to run is about half a lane up from the bottom. Looks like the drivers that are running right to the bottom, they're just not able to get the momentum coming off the corner to make that pass happen.
You know, we see that time and time again. These guys out here, they'll run a certain line, and then obviously it'll go flying up somewhere else. So maybe that high line, like you said, will come in. Howard was definitely using that middle lane very well to his advantage. As we get set here to go to heat race number 2, Ken Short out front, Dylan Hauser right there, Drew Hertzko. So we got another awesome names out here. Lewis Crowning there. As we're getting set to go, and the pace truck's pulling them around. We're going to go green flag here for heat race 2.
Joe, I'm excited and ready for this one. It's going to be a thriller.
Green flag flies. We're racing here again at USA Dirt Track as Ken gets a good jump out front. That is what he needed, because behind him there's a madhouse, and he goes a little high. Look at a 3-wide charge by the 26 there, and then he takes it to the front. Drew Hertzko says, I got to go, fellas. I need this win.
And they're wrecking in the back. That all started with the 37 of Randall Carter. Who else is involved? The 26 of Drew Phillips was involved as well, along with the I'm sorry, I've got my names all mixed up, but Drew Hertzko is back in the lead in that 26 with that move he made, making it 3 wide down the middle. He looked like he had a rocket ship attached to that machine.
Yes, he did. Boy, had the, the glory there, brought it to the middle side and definitely made it 3 wide to bring it to the front. Ken Short's trailing in his tire tracks there, and his dirt tracks, really, the 41 machine of Dylan Hauser. He's there in that last transfer spot. Jordan Wesley, I hope I said that right, but he's sitting there in the 4th place. He's kind of a little bit off, but the battle right now is the top 3, and it's heating up for 2nd place.
It is, Joe. These drivers got to look at it and say, hey, if we all race cleanly, we're going to get through this heat. We're going to transfer. But I think that's the last thing on their mind. You see that 28 of Ken Short just gets right next to the rear bumper of Hertzko. And you got Dylan Hauser in that 41 machine just waiting to make his move. If the 28 and the 41 start battling, Jordan Wesley might have it shot, but right now he is just way too far back to make an impact.
Yes, he is. You know, you still got Drew Hertzko out front leading this one, but behind him right there on his back deck lid is Ken Short. Nothing short about the power and speed that guy has out here tonight, as he's definitely showing that he's got it. But he's in 2nd. He's got his hands full there with Dylan Hauser, who's right in the 3rd place spot.
And I'm watching it right now, especially in that line in 3 and 4. Hertzko decided to get right next to that inside wall, and then the 28 and the 41 went 2 lanes higher, right up next to that cushion. But you see the 41 of Dylan Hauser trying to make his move to the inside of Ken Short. Can't make it work, he can't make it stick, but he's going to try again, using the inside, trying to pull off the slide job. He's got him cleared. Is he going to pull up on him? He is. Wow, what a move.
Man, I tell you what, Davis, you're right there. Boy, that was an awesome move that he put on him. Went to the inside, made it slide, then went up there in the front side of the 26 machine and puts that thing to the 2nd place spot.
He is, and now he's got his eyes set on the 26 of Drew Hertzko, and he's coming in a hurry. There's about a car length advantage the 26 has on the 41, but I don't think it's going to be there for long. And that 28 of Ken Short, he's starting to fall back into the clutches of Jordan Wesley, but Ken Short has just got to hold on for 3 more laps.
Drew Hertzko, man, right now, still the man out front in this one. Dylan Hauser, though, is trying to lurk like a wolf in a den's hen right there, as he is trying to run him down and see if he can't get it done. We've got 2 to go here tonight in the heat race 2 here.
Joe, right now, that 41, he's watching his move. He's taking notes. He's getting ready for that A-main 2, but don't be surprised here.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely white flag here. Heat 3, the first 2 have just been there's been a lot of heat being played out here on this track, so some good racing so far. As we got a good one, you want to take us through the grid in order on the heat race number 2 or 3?
Joe, you know what? I'll do it just for you, but starting in first for heat number 3, the number 19 of Garrett Nieberge, and 2nd, the 01 of Tyler Hudson. Had a heartbreaker last Tuesday. Not sure what, in fact, happened to him. Led a lot of the race. Or, I'm sorry, he was sitting in 2nd for a lot of the race, but just couldn't get the job done. Sitting in 3rd, the 999 of Dylan Fox. The 80 machine in 4th of Dylan Wilson. In 5th, Virgil Graham in that 42 machine. We definitely know he knows how to whip one of these things around here. And 6th is Aaron Hoff. Dustin Sizemore in 7th. And in 8th, Chris Orencia in that 78 machine is going to bring back the rear end of the field for the start of this heat.
Yes, it is, and I tell you, folks, We definitely got another heavy hitter crowd here in heat race number 3. Got a lot of great names.
We do. Tyler Hudson, Garrett Ebergy, Dylan Wilson, Virgil Graham, man, I'm locking them all. Each and one of these drivers, man, they're really going to bring the heat tonight, and I'm really interested to see, especially with Tyler Hudson starting on that top side. Got to see which line he's going to get to pick, but then we've got the 42 of Virgil Graham. He's starting in the middle of the field. Is he going to be able to make it to that third position and transfer into the A main, or is he going to have to go back to the B and C main to try to get his spot into tonight's feature? Hey, it's going to be really interesting, and we've got a lot of different stories playing out already.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, Drew Hertzko won that second heat right there. Hauser in second. That was a good one, but you still got a lot of heavy hitter names here as Pace Truck's pulling them around. One more time around here at the USA dirt track here tonight, Speedway. As it's the VLR presented by Accelerated tonight. Definitely a good one here so far as Garrett Ebergy. That man out front right now.
He is. That 19 machine is going to lead him to the green flag. You see the pace car right now. These drivers are kind of laying back. They've got about half a corner behind the pace car, just waiting to make their move. That pace car is going to take the hard left turn onto pit road, and it's going to send them flying. You see the 19 of Garrett Ebergy gets a great start on the 01, pulls right in front of the 01 of Tyler Hudson, and now we've got a battle for second place. Who was that? Was that Dylan Fox in the 999? Clipped the grass just a little bit and center loose and center squarely, but now he's got it rebattled and re-up, and now he's going to put his sights on the 80 of Dylan Wilson.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, that 99 right there, you're talking about he clipped the grass and almost did a jump there to try to get to the front the easy way. But right now he's back in that fourth place. He would love to get up there and try to battle for the transfer. He's right there near Dylan Wilson. But the battle's on. Tyler Hudson up front. Garrett Ebergy's looking to the inside. Can't quite get that move held, but here comes Dylan Wilson in the Kool-Aid machine.
He is. He's using that low line. He gets right under the 19 of Garrett Ebergy. You can't quite make it stick and get the momentum off the corner. He's going to try to set him up again for 1 and 2. The 19 and the 01 are running the same line. They're running right above the slick in the corners, not quite on the cushion. And you see the 80 of Dylan Wilson getting as low as he can in the corner.
Yeah, no doubt the top 3 right there, all nose to tail flying around this place. You got Tyler Hudson along with it. Garrett Ebergy there in second. Dylan Wilson. Battle's on, though, for that second, third, and fourth place, though. The 999 machine you talked about, Dylan Fox, he's all over the back end of that 80 right now.
He is. It took him a couple laps like we seen in the first heat with these drivers. Just takes them a few laps, gets them heat up, built in those tires, and then they send them running. Another driver I'm seeing is having problems is the 42 of Virgil Graham. He's 1.5 seconds off the pace, sitting in 5th place. So definitely he's just, maybe he's laying back there waiting for these drivers to mess up, or maybe he just doesn't have the setup he thought he had.
Yeah, no doubt. Don't know what to tell y'all out there on the stream part, man, but everything looking good on the end over here. So try to refresh, maybe try to log out, log in on the Facebook side. A lot of times, man, I can't control what happens on Facebook Live, but if not, you can jump over to the YouTube side, OSR Network, over on Twitch, the OSR Network. And you can check out Twitch side of TGFN Racing on the Twitch side. But boy, we have got a good battle still. Tyler Hudson is out front there. Garrett Ebergy's got his hands full with Dylan Wilson and Dylan Fox.
Tyler Hudson right now is putting a whooping on him at that battle. It's for that transfer spot. Garrett Ebergy leading them in second place. Dylan Wilson in third. Dylan Fox, man, there's too many Dylans in this crowd, sitting in fourth place. He's going to try to make his move on the bottom of Dylan Wilson. He's not quite going to be able to make it, but look for him to make his move here pretty soon and either wreck him or take that third transfer spot.
999 right there on the back end of the 80 of that man, Dylan Wilson. He is trying to take that last spot away. That is for the transfer, folks. Number 3 there. It is it's a good one.
It definitely is. You see him riding right above the slick. I'm not seeing any drivers go towards that cushion. They're getting close to it, but no one's just putting those right rear tires up on it and just letting their send. But you see that 08 of Dylan Wilson is right below the 19 of Garrett Ebergy. These 3 cars right here are pretty even and are battling out. And as we're going to have 1 lap to go as they come out of turn number 4.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 1 lap to go. I like what that comment out there. Tell the people, man, standing up at the fence, sit down, they can't see. But a battle here. White flags in the air. Tyler Hudson out front. Garrett Ebergy right there as the battle's on for those transfer spots. Can Dylan Fox get that last turn coming into the turn? They're all 3 wide out of turn 4.
He's going to clip the grass. He's going to hit that inside wall just a bit, and he's going to finish this race out in 4th place. Tyler Hudson takes home heat number 3. Garrett Niebergy in 2nd, and Dylan Wilson takes that last and final transfer spot. Dylan Fox in 4th, Virgil Graham in 5th. Disappointing finish there for Virgil Graham, so we're going to have to see if he can retune his setup and get her going for the C&B main.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As we're heading off here to heat race number 4, let's take us through the grid and order on this one.
Starting in first in heat number 4, the number 52 machine of Ditton Threat. Yeah, I messed that one up. 777 of Jacob Leverstein sitting in 2nd. Zach Rounds in 3rd. Ryan J. Flatten in 4th. DJ Kilanowski in 5th. Josh Phillips sitting in 6th. Joshua Neltner in 7th. And John Littoral sitting in 8th. It's going to round out heat number 4. I think we're going to have another thrill. This is going to be the last of the heats. And then we're going to be sending into the C and B main to get ready for that A main. So, Joe, who are you looking for to take the victory out of this heat?
Well, I'll tell you what, you got a lot of who's who. That 777's always good. Jacob Rounds, I mean, don't want to take anything away because this is dirt racing, and anybody has an opportunity to put it in victory here tonight. But obviously the top 3 spots is what these guys are battling for, to try to make that feature and not have to work so hard in any of the mains as we're coming up here right now. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a I mean, every heat tonight, Davis, I will say this, has had some heavy hitters.
It really has. We've seen a lot of close battle for the lead and for that transfer spot. Tyler Hudson put a bit of a whooping on him in that last heat, but I think it's just because those drivers behind him were battling, but he's definitely going to be someone to watch. But hey, it's not about him in this heat. Right now, it's Ditton Tret and the number 52 machine of Jacob Leverstein starting in that first row. I mean, like you said, we've got some heavy hitters, and these drivers know they don't want to go through those C and B mains because anything can happen. They want to get in that transfer spot, and they want to secure their spot in that A main.
Absolutely, and then sit back and watch what all the other guys do through those mains and see if they can't get an education or just pick up a tip or something. As the pace truck's pulling around here, the turn 4 is going to drop off on pit road, and up front, man takes no time getting through there, the gears, and hammering down Jacob Leverstein. He is on his back bumper looking to the insides. They're going to take some synchronized slide jobs, but the 29 machine, Zach Rounds, is going to make his rounds around this track here at USA.
He is. Zach Rounds is coming in a hurry. He's going to look below that 777 machine of Jacob Leverstein. He's going to be able to pull it off. He gets right up next to that inside wall. That's the closest I've seen anyone touch it. And now the leader of the 52 of Ditton, he's in the wall. He's going to take 2-3 cars with him.
Man, Jacob Leverstein right there, he got a little tap, went up into the end there, and they all bumping and beating and grinding. Looks like a Bristol-Martinsville race out here at USA. They're out there swapping paints and knocking each other sideways here. As the man out front, that's actually going to be Zach Rounds, as he definitely brought it to the front side. Ryan, well, like I just said, at any time, anybody could jump up there. Look at Ryan Flatten right there. He flat-footed that thing around, and now he's in second.
And we just had a bit of a wreck with the 11 of Josh Neltner and the 6 of Josh Phillips as they took each other out. As they're not going to be very happy with each other. But right now, we've got Zach Rounds has really capitalized on this momentum. Looking back in the 4th spot is Ditton Threat. I don't think he's made a lot of drivers happy either. But in that transfer spot, as Jacob Leverstein was able to battle back into that transfer spot.
Yeah, no doubt. As a man up front right now, he's definitely Jacob Leverstein still in that transfer, like you said, in the 3rd spot. He's got a little bit of a cushion here, so to speak. Doesn't have to worry about it, but he's trying to chase down Ryan there. As Ditton, he's got his hands full with DJ Kalinowski right there on his back deck lid.
He does, and he better watch out too. You see the number 15 machine tries to look low. Is he going to be able to pull off the pass? I don't know. He's going to have to get a little bit more minimum than that. He's going to have to clear him on the entry, and then slide up in front of him. He hits slide job on the exit to try to make that move work. But that cushion is really starting to come in. Ooh, the 15 of Kilanowski gets in the grass and gets all sorts of out of whack.
Yes, he does. As right now, Kilanowski's trying to do everything he can, but he's still looking to that inside there of Ditton. So the battle's on for the 4th place spot, as Zach Rounds still out front in this one by 1.1 second. And you've got Ryan Flatten right there in 2nd, Jacob Leverstein sitting in 3rd. So the best battle right here is for 4th and 5th as that man Denton is still trying to get that spot away, or he's still on the spot. Excuse me, DJ's the man trying to get the spot.
He is, but not to put a little damper on the mood, but this fourth spot in fourth position means absolutely nothing in the eyes of getting into that A main, because unless something happens up in front of them, these drivers are going to have to battle back in the B and C main. You see that 15 of Kilinowski getting all off in the grass. I don't know if he's trying a new move there or if he's just trying to see what else he can bring out there. You see him go low on the 52 of Denton, and he's going to be able to, now the 15 gets right back into that inside wall and makes contact.
Right here, basically, I think they're just trying to see what this track can do and what they can do as far as that, because they understand even the fourth place here, you won't transfer them up as the top three guys, Zach Rounds, Ryan Flatten, and Jacob Leverstein, hold those top spots, and they're a little bit there. So these two guys here battling for fourth,
Yeah, they are, Joe. I think you're absolutely right, as they're just battling out, see what they can and can't do, trying the different lines, seeing if that cushion works, and just getting ready for the B and C main. But I can tell you right now, it's going to be a thriller. As you see Zach Rounds, he's coming out of turn 3 and 4, and he's going to take the victory in our last and final heat of the night.
Yep, no doubt about it. Zach Rounds puts it in there. Awesome run for him here. And the final heat race tonight, as we're going to head off into some mains here, Davis. Wow, those heats, I mean, every one of them just had a who's who in it, and it was some exciting. But guess what? We're up here, man, for our first C main here tonight. 12 drivers are going to grid this one up here.
Yeah, Joe, they are. We're getting ready for this C main. I thought we were going to get a bit of a break there, but I forgot we wait until the A main to transfer servers, but hey, that's fine. I'm locked and loaded and ready for some action. But in this C main, Eric Koff is going to start it out on pole. Josh Phillips sitting in second. Robert Schaefer in third. Lucas Chowning in fourth. Dustin Sizemore in fifth. Joshua Neltner in sixth. Seth Gary in seventh. Randall Carter, Chris Orinthia in ninth. John Littoral, Lane Walker, and Brad Dyer ending out the field in 12. So it looks like Brad Dyer did make it back. Well, no, I'm sorry, he did not. I just seen him on the gridding order, but he did not make it back out on the track, Joe.
Yeah, I hate to see that on his end. So not the night he was looking for. C main up, followed by the B. Only 4 cars transfer here from 10 laps to the C main, or from the C main to the B main. So there you go, kind of give you an idea. 8-lap C main. No, it's actually a 10-lap C main.
Yep, they're gonna have 10 laps here, and then, man, I get confused. You think I know this stuff because I'm a broadcaster on this race, but man, I don't know. We need a professional and to come out here and explain this one to us. But I believe the top 4 start out in front of the B main, and then the rest of the field,
it gets inverted somehow. Yeah, it gets inverted. I'm still trying, look, folks, I'm going to be honest with you. Hey, I'll be straight up as we get set to go green. As I'm an oval guy, true and true, so the dirt stuff, I love it, and I get excited watching this thing here. So, but I'm trying to learn all of it, just like what Davis was talking about, trying to learn all the lingo, how the heat stuff works. And I want to give my hat out to the moderators out there and the guys here who do a great job here at VLR, for the VLR presented by Accelerated Big 3 Series here tonight in the super late model. So those guys help us out there in the chat. We get to see it. They keep everything in check, keep all the fans watching and all. As we're getting set here, Davis, for our first main here tonight, as these guys are about to rumble around here. So C main time here as a pace truck ducks off. We're going green flag racing, and Eric wastes no time getting up there. We got a little wiggly though. That's going to let Josh Phillips to look on the outside as he clips that back, as they're already 4 wide in the back there.
They are. They're 4 wide battling throughout this field. I'm looking right now at the number 11 of Joshua Neltner. And that 11 machine, he's going to have to deal with the number 93 of Robert Schaefer. Robert Schaefer started in that 3rd position. Now he's sitting back in the 5th position. And I'm noticing on these restarts, all these drivers are having a really tough time getting in and out of this restart zone.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Boy, 3 wide back here with the 93. That's a 3rd place spot. They are beating and hammering on each other. Robert Schaefer, as he's got the 37 there. I believe it's a 30. Yep, 37 on his outside. Randall Carter there looking to try to be, if he can, excuse me, that's actually for the 5th and 6th place spot. So they're going to try to move up and see if they can't get that last transfer spot here.
Well, that number 37 machine of Randall Carter just took the 4th transfer spot away. Nice enough to do with 11 of Joshua Neltner. Joshua Neltner is going to look low on that machine. He's not going to be able to pull it off. The 37 is going to be able to get that momentum off the high line and onto the cushion and onto the straightaway. And now he's going to set his sights on the number 25 machine of Eric Hoff.
Absolutely. Well, we do got a slobber knocker one out here there, Mike, and I appreciate it because I definitely have been referred to him also. Jim Ross, watched him as I was growing up. But boy, these guys out here on the USA right now are definitely putting a hammer down as Josh Phillips is the man out front. Lucas Crowning there in second. Eric Hugh is sitting in third. Randall Carter is in that last transfer spot, but he has got some heavy hitters on his back end.
He does. He's got his hands full in that machine. Eric Hoff goes high, loses that momentum. The 37 goes low. They're 3 wide coming off the corner. The 11 and the 37 almost make contact. They do make contact as they head into 1 and 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, if you like Brett, man, check him out on Friday nights because he's in the booth with me then. So there you go. You can definitely check him out, man. I like old Brett Wheeler, good guy, man, up here in the booth with me. But Davis, I've worked with him several times myself, and we do a good, fantastic job. And these guys on the track here have done one so far, as Randall Carter still in that 4th place spot, Joshua Meltler right there in 5th, and you got Robert Schaefer. Still a battle going on here for that final transfer position.
Well, I'm just going to ignore Mike Flanagan's comment on that one right there. But no, we all love Brett. He's very dear to our hearts. But you see the battle is still heating up. That number 11 of Joshua Neltner sitting in that 3rd spot. The number 37 machine, he's sitting in the 5th spot. He's going to look to go low on the 25 of Eric Hoff and try to pull it off. Is it on lap number 8 of 8?
Yes, it is. We're going to come around here with 2 to go. The battle for the lead is heating up also. Joshua Phillips, he's feeling the pressure from Lucas Crowning up there, but still right here as the white flag flies, or excuse me, the checkered flag comes out here. Looks like Josh Phillips going to hang on. Who's going to get this final transfer spot? Eric Hughes has got it, and I think he's going to hang on to a contact behind him. Well, they tried, but Eric is going to hang on to the 4th place spot.
He is Eric Hughes. Wow, what a battle for that transfer spot. You don't think these guys won it? Then go back and look at the end of that race right there as they were beating and banging through the entire race. And Joe, I figured it out, okay? So what they do in the C main is the drivers that finish at the tail end of the heats. So the drivers that finish in that 4th position or up transfer to the B main and start at the rear. So in this B main, we will have 12 drivers transfer to the future, and 13th and 14th will go home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So B main time here, and then we're going to head off into our feature race here tonight for the VLR presented by Accelerator Big 3 Series Super Late Models tonight. What's going on, Brett? Yeah, speaking of the devil, man, the man shows up, man from down under out there. That is awesome. So good racing so far, man, I tell you. And yeah, just real quick, you know, I'm not maybe as excitable as some of the other guys, but I do love this stuff, and I enjoy getting out here calling it. And I want to give a shout out to all the viewers, the fans, the leagues, and the drivers out here for watching and making this stuff so great. It is fun to do.
It definitely is, Joe. I always enjoy watching these drivers out here, and they put on one heck of a show. And if you're looking right now, the 52 of Denton Threat, he was given an EOL for his accident in heat number 4. So he's going to be starting at the end of the line. It's going to have to make his way up into that 12th position to transfer to the A main. But in first, we have Shane James. Second, Jordan Wesley. Third, Dylan Fox. DJ Kilinowski in 4th. Tommy Champagne in 5th. Kevin Forcier in 6th. Virgil Graham in 7th. He got an EOL, so it's going to be Albert Perez in 8th. Drew Phillips in 9th, Josh Phillips in 10th, Lucas Chowning in 11th, Joshua Neltner in 12th, Eric Hugh in 13th, and then Denton Threat starting in that last 14th spot.
Well, we just got confirmation out that the top 12 will transfer here to the main. So that's going to leave out 2 drivers. We're going to go home and pack it up here. It is going to be electric here in our B main tonight here at USA Speedway, the dirt track. It is a fictitious track, but I tell you what, iRacing's done a wonderful job here. And the racing so far, man, has just been off the chart.
It really has, especially with these drivers, man. I say it week in and week out, but they sure do know how to put on a show here, and you're getting ready for another one in tonight's B main action.
No doubt about it. Shane James up front with the 55. Jordan Wisely right there on his outside. Here we go. Pace trucks diving off, taking that hard left turn. And these boys, green flag flies at the USA. Shane James gets out front, and behind them back there, though, they're still stacked up door to door.
They are, and seeing the 999 of DJ Kilinowski, got a little bobble right there, seeing the same thing happen in heat number 3 with him. It took him a couple laps to get it rolling, but I think he's figured it out as he goes low on the 15 of Kilinowski. We've got contact behind him.
Man, the 33, it looked like the 33, I couldn't get it. Yeah, Tommy Champagne, he held on to that machine there, Davis, and he's in that final transfer position now in the 12th spot. So he's definitely going to be the one to try to dig here tonight in the dirt and see if we can't get back up there, as Albert Perez and Denton, they're the two guys right now are outside looking in.
It was, and it was involved with the 967 of Kevin Forcier too. He's in that 10th position. Now we got a battle right there for 11th and 12th place. It looked like Josh Phillips, no, I'm sorry, it looked like Tommy Champagne got into a bit of a contact with the driver behind him, but they got that straightened out. But Tommy Champagne sitting in that 12th and final transfer spot. Denton Threat in 13th. About 3 seconds behind him. I had a few accidents on the start of that race, so he's definitely going to need some luck to get up there and transfer into that A main.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right here about the middle pack of the field here. Definitely good, hard fight battle going on as the 33 slides high just a little bit there. Just can't quite hang on to it. Actually, that's the 22 machine, excuse me, Drew Phillips. He slides up. It's going to let that 47 machine of Lucas Crowney go on the inside. Now he's opening up the door for Joshua Meltzer right there in that 8th place spot. Who's going to get this one as all 4 or 5 of those machines there are nose to tail and side by side?
They are. They just got to realize, hey, they made it into the show. If they can just keep it cool and keep it going. But these drivers are fighting with every single thing they have. As I'm looking right now at that 42 machine of Virgil Graham, he's got his eyes set on the 999 of DJ Kilinowski, and we've got battles each and everywhere.
Yes, we do. Battle up front, battle in the middle, and battle out back here. That's what dirt racing brings to you, the excitement. You can't sit down, you can't shut up. You're just out there yelling, man, just to be yelling. And these guys are driving their hearts out right now. As like I said, the top 12, Kevin Forcier, excuse me, Kevin Forcier is the man in the transfer spot right now.
He is, but he's got a hot incoming I got to get him in the booth and figure out what his dang last name is, Joe. And that 52 machine is coming in a hurry. He's took that lead down to 2 seconds. It was 4 seconds earlier, but he's only going to have 3 laps to get it done.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, it seems like we've got a couple people on each side out there stalled on YouTube, Twitch, and everything else. But a good race right now as these guys are heating it up. They are still knocking each other's fenders around as that number 11 machine is trying. He dives to the inside there of Joshua. He's going to see if he can hold the low line on Drew. Right now he does. Drew's up high on the cushion. First person I've seen actually utilize that one here tonight at USA.
Joe, same thing I've seen too. Seems like those drivers are getting higher and higher on that track, trying to make something work. But now you see that number 22 machine of Drew Phillips taking the low side, getting right next to the grass, almost clipping it. He's going to come up high, almost makes contact with the 11 of Joshua Neltner.
And the battle's heated up here up front for the 2nd place spot. That's right, Jordan Wisely right there. He's got it, but Dylan Fox in that 999 machine, he wants it. Looks to the inside. The 42 of Virgil Graham is in his tire tracks. Behind him, DJ Kilinowski in that 5th place spot. They all go single file. Checkered flags out. Shane James is going to put this one at the top spot. Jordan's there. Battle's on for 3rd. Just not going to be able to get it. Who's going to get the final transfer spot? Looks like Kevin Forcier is going to hang on to the 12th place spot here and transfer to our feature race here tonight.
He is, and is going to go home and load up on the hauler as Denton Threat in that 52 machine, and Albert Perez sitting in the 14th position. So it just goes to show you, you know, if you make a little contact or get in a little trouble in those heats and get an EOL, it could definitely cost you, because I could have seen Denton Threat making it into that A main had he not got that EOL, so that definitely came to bite him in the back. But hey, another driver that has a lot of speed out there, and if he can get through the Hornet's Nest, as I like to call it, in that A main, is that 999 of Dylan Fox, man. And he got a really good restart. He bumbled just at the start of the restart, but he really got it settled down going into that first corner, and he can show a lot of speed, and I think he can get up in there in the top 5 and battle with these leaders in that A main.
Absolutely. Well, folks, hang on to it. We're going to switch over to server time here We'll be right back after a few. Go get your refreshments, get everything settled up, because we're going to feature time here tonight. As these guys right now they'll be doing a little bit of warm up. So we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got some more racing here tonight, USA style. All right, we're back here live. All right, cool deal. We're back here live. Oh, you got a new server? Did he just say new server? Well, hang on a minute, folks. Let me make sure I get confirmation here, because we're back here live. But he said he might have to. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Yep, we're in the right one here. Just want to get confirmation from race control. As wow, well, the heats, C main and the B main, what a thriller as we're here for our main feature here tonight. Don't pay no mind to the lap counter up there. No, we're not going to be here for 2 billion laps, but I know a lot of you would probably love that because we'd be here probably next month this time. But either way, and I'd be up here dead by then. But what happens is, I believe it's going to be 75 laps here tonight. I'll get confirmation from the admins out there on that one. But what happens is they don't count cautions, and that's why they do it that way. So if any cautions come around, those laps are not getting counted. So give me an idea of what happened. Like last week, we only had a 70-lap race, but it ended up showing we ran 150 some laps. That's because, you know, we had a few cautions in that one. But hopefully we'll see what happens here. Track looks like it's cleaned off. So Davis, what do you think we're going to see here in this feature?
I think we're going to see a lot of heavy hitting action, some close quarter racing. It's going to be who's able to come out of here without making any damage, able to get out of that hornet's nest and really able to show their talent here. But hey, I'm ready, Joe.
Yeah, we've got so we're going to be about 24, 25 machines here tonight. Going to do battle on the dirt track here, the USA Speedway dirt track for the VLR, presented by Accelerated. Big 3 Series, super late model action tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in, watching this one. Well, I tell you, if you're coming in a little late, we're in the feature time here. Should be 75 laps here tonight. These guys, now last week, we ran into something we hadn't seen. Fuel mileage. And Tyler Hudson, I did find out, Davis, he actually ran out of fuel there at the end. And that's why we were wondering why he didn't finish so well. And he went backwards. He did run out of fuel there at the end.
And that's what I was thinking too, Joe, because he went off the pace really fast. I think he ran out, what was it, the last lap. So that might come into play too as well. And this is a mile-long track, so anything can come into play. We've got a bunch of different strategies tonight.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, no doubt about it. Stacey James out there definitely doing this. We're advanced in the session, folks. And all you refreshments, tell your dog, gerbil, and the cat and the neighbor, be quiet, settle down. We're about to party time here at USA on the dirt track as these boys are about to grid it up here tonight. Wow, you feel that electricity here about to build as these guys, man, right now are putting it out here on the grid in order.
They really are, and Joe, go through that order because I can't even pull it up right now as I'm just now headed into the track.
Well, looks like right now we got the man here of well, it's actually 20 some machines. I'll try to get through as many as I can. Jacob Fields out there, Drew Hertzko, Dylan Wilson, Ryan Flatten, Howard Weaver, Tyler D. Hudson there, Zach Grounds, Dylan Hauser, and the 8th, Garrett Nieberge is sitting out there, Ian Blanchard, Ken Short, Jacob Leverstein, Shane James, Jordan Wisely, Dylan Fox. We got Virgil Graham, DJ Kilanowski, Lewis Crowning, Joshua Nettler, Drew Phillips, Josh Phillips, Eric Hugh, and to round out the last one, Tommy Champagne. But I'm going to tell you, that is a stacked house here tonight, folks. And I don't know who you're pulling for, but man, whoever it is going to be a thriller.
It definitely is, Joe, and I'm pumped up, and I'm on the edge of my seat for this one. If the fans back on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and whatever else you got this thing streaming on aren't excited, then what's that saying you say about the doctor?
Hey, man, I tell you what, you need to get that racing medication here or go see a psychologist because you need help, man. If you don't like this kind of racing and if the dirt don't get you, well, you can always get some dirt therapy too. But hey, Brett and all the guys out there, we're working on a mile-long track here tonight. Actually, it's one of the biggest tracks that they have here on iRacing. But yep, 75 laps. You got that right. Going to be in some insane racing. And folks, don't worry. As soon as it goes green, all those little cars will pop up. That's just one of them things happens when the server switches over. So you see a little pace truck out there running by itself right now, but definitely don't worry. As soon as it goes green, they come across the line. All the little cars will magically reappear instead of disappear like Lucky Charms.
Man, I'll tell you what, Joe. I ain't had me some Lucky Charms in a while, and I'm gonna have to go buy me a box after that little comment.
There you go. I'm a Fruit Loop guy myself. Sometimes a little Fruit Loop, but that's okay. Yeah, Chris Lorenzi out there, HRE Motorsports. Want to give those guys a shout out there. One of the sponsors here, man, at OSR Network. As we're getting set here to go green flag racing here at USA. Man, I tell you, it is going to be
Green.
electric one here. And there we go. The green flag flies as all these guys, man, should storm around here. As you'll see them pop up here shortly.
Well, Joe, I'm not seeing them on the track either.
I don't know what's up. Yeah, me either. Don't know why. Oh, if that's a problem on the iRacing side or what.
Let me go get confirmation from the
drop
admins
down
and we'll
there.
get
Yeah,
this
drop
thing
down
rolling.
there. Yeah, drop down. Find out what's going on with the admins because I'm not showing a thing. Nobody's showing anything. And hang on, folks. All right, folks, we got confirmation. Sorry about that. I had your mic off there, Davis. Yes, we're at the wrong track, so we're going to, well, we're at the right track, wrong server. So we're going to switch servers real quick, folks. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back, and we got cars. All these guys come back from the lunch break, and we're sitting here, and I know I'm just saying that just to make Davis hungry up here because he said he wants some food. But all the drivers are back here. I want to appreciate everybody staying in, tuned in, as it's feature racing time here at USA for the VLR presented by Accelerated Big 3 Super Late Model Series here tonight. Davis, boy, if this feature is anything like it was for the heats, man, hang on to your shorts.
No, you're absolutely right, Joe. It's, yeah, I told the guys to race clean because I'm hungry, and Blake Durflinger went back with quit complaining, Davis. But no, hey, I'm ready to see a great race out here tonight as these drivers are locked and loaded and ready to go. We've seen some trouble out in the heat, but we've seen some really close and fast racing too, and I think we're going to see a lot of the same in this A main.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now we're sitting, and it's going to be 23 of the bad fast boys and some bad fast cars. How about the dig on a bad fast dirt track here tonight at USA here for the Speedway? Folks, get ready. Got a couple minutes here. They'll probably advance the server here for us to get this thing going as everybody. There's somebody look like they're trying to wall crawl here at the track.
Yeah, it does. Like they got a little up on top on that cushion, and they've just advanced the section, and they're getting ready to go here tonight.
Yep. Race time, folks, as we're going live here, the VLR, presented by Accelerated Big 3 Series. Here we go. Man, I tell you, what is a stacked house of cars here as I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know about everybody else, but you looking forward to this one, Davis?
Well, Joe, man, I don't think I could drag this out much longer, but other than to say, man, hey, I'm ready for this one. We still got the same lineup. Jacob Fields and Drew Hertzko gonna lead us off tonight, and Howard Weaver came in while we're in a bit of a hot dog / rain delay and said, hey, you guys cheer me on and root for me. I need some good luck tonight. I need to get this 07 Accelerated VLR machine in victory lane, and hey, I think he's got what it takes. Starting in the 5th position, he's gonna be starting to the inside of Tyler Hudson in that 01 machine, but if the 07 can get some lucky breaks, he might just, well, pull this thing up in victory lane tonight at USA.
You know, he's had some good runs. He's had some bad runs here, so you're right. Let's see if he can't muster up and have some good luck. But, boy, he has got a stiff competitor there beside him, in front of him, and a lot of great guys as Jacob Fields, Drew Hertzko, Dylan Wilson, Ryan Flatten, and Tyler Hudson and Zach Rounds. I mean, you could just go through the list here and name off the names of who's who out here. And some of these guys actually made the field of the Pro Series on the iRacing, the World of Outlaw Pro Series. And look at that guy out there, boy. I don't know who that was, but he was lifting the front end of that machine. Boy, that's some torque monster there.
Yeah, torque monster is right. He's blocked and loaded and ready to get this thing going. But you're right, a lot of these drivers did make the Pro Series. And I'm telling you, these drivers in this VLR series are the best of the best. Hell, I'd be willing to bet they're better than some of these real live dirt late model drivers because they can wheel these things up and down this track, and man, they know these setups like the back of their hands. And you fans are in for a treat tonight. I can promise you that.
Absolutely. Well, Jody, I tell you what, this is the closest thing you're going to get to real life, is what I say, without spending thousands or millions on trying to get out here and race, because this is iRacing simulated here tonight. As we're getting set here to go green flag running. We'll say Heineman out there, and Carl, what's going on? Want to appreciate everybody. The pace truck's pulling them around. Davis, we got 70-some laps of pure mayhem about to happen here at USA.
And I'm ready to go. Jacob Fields in that 007 gonna lead the field off with the 26 of Drew Hertzko, Dylan Wilson in 4th, Ryan Flatten sitting in 5th place. So hey, these drivers have got it going on. Got that Kool-Aid man on the back of the 80 of Dylan Wilson, and lead us off, Joe.
Well, green flag flies, and they're already 2 wide in the back and way back in the back and 3 wide. And Jacob Fields gets a good jump out front there as he's trying to see what he can do. As also, you got to look, he's got Drew Hertzko on his back, already a car on a wall. I think that was the number, I can't think of the number, but man, look at this, they're already beating and banging.
Joe, they're 3-4 wide, and Tyler Hudson is right in the middle of it. He's going to get rear-ended. He's going to be sitting the outside wall, and that all started with the 41 of Dylan Hauser. He ran Hudson up into the wall and got him back in that pack, and then it just all started falling to pieces, and that's going to put a big, heavy hitter with heavy damage with the 01 of Tyler Hudson. He is not going to be happy with that one.
Man, watching the replay here, yeah, Jacob Leverstein there in the wall, Garrett Niebergy in the wall, Tyler Hudson in the wall. Well, you got some, like you said, heavy-hitting names right there, just to name a few of them, all of them. It was a train wreck back here in the back on the dirt side to start this one off. So a huge parking lot has formed here at USA.
That's going to put a lot of these drivers out for tonight. And it looked like the 29 of Zach Rounds and the number 5 machine of RJ Flatt. It looked like RJ Flatt and Howard Weaver had a bit of contact at the beginning. Then Ryan was trying to get the thing going and made contact with the 29 of Zach Rounds. And after that, chaos ensued.
Yes, it did. And that's just how fast things can go down here on the dirt tracks, especially when you're side by side battling it out like these guys. But Jacob Fields out front, Drew Hertzko has run the caution. Folks, like I said before, we won't count the caution lap, so we're going to leave it to the guys out there in the chat, maybe some of the admins. Poke us if you can, or poke Davis, not me. I'm trying to run everything else up here. Poke Davis with maybe some lap counts here to keep us informed. And I know last week got a comment by somebody that says, well, how the broadcasters don't know. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, like I said, anytime, any day, any place that you want to jump up here with me, come on up here. I'll let you give it a go.
Man, Joe, you were still ate up with that comment, ain't you? No, but the admin said they're going to keep me updated in the chat and iRacing. They said they'll post a lap counter in here, so I'll do my best to keep the fans updated from every couple of laps on what lap we're on. But hey, we're still in for a thriller here. I'm trying to look back in the field. We've got Tyler Hudson in that 22nd position. Started up in the top 5, got heavy damage on that machine. I think he's been in and off of pit road all caution long, trying to get some damage fixed, but that thing is tore up.
Yeah, I hate to see that. But you know what, yeah, we just want to put on the best show we possibly can for the viewers, the drivers, the fans, the sponsors out here. And right now, these drivers are putting on a very good show as the pace truck's pulling them around, as Jacob Fields is going to lead this strong dirt field here tonight on USA. Pace truck drops off on the pit road. Green flags back in the air. We're back racing at USA, and behind Jacob Fields, Drew Hertzko and company along with Dylan Wilson. As they go out of turn 2, they're 4 wide back in the back of the field back there.
They are 4 wide of the back of the pack, and they're still doubled up front as well. We've got Howard Weaver riding that outside line with the 29 of Zach Rounds right below him. Going to look right here, going to have the 19 of Garrett Niebergy. Thought about making it 3 wide, couldn't get the momentum off of the corners. Now they're going to single file out and try to get this thing running and going.
Absolutely. Howard Weaver's up high, Zach Rounds down low, the front side kind of single file. Let's go back to the back. Shane James along with Dylan Fox back there is in a good battle. We got some heavy hitter names back here along with Josh Phillips, Tommy Champagne, as it looks like everybody's kind of settled down right now. They are still 2 by 2 in the back here, but up front they're still single file. Look at the dust flying out here at USA.
The dust is flying in the 33 of Tommy Champagne. Got in the wall a little bit. Don't think it hurt his momentum too bad, but they're all coming right behind him. Who is that in that orange machine? I believe that right there is going to be the number 14 of
Joshua Nedler.
Joshua Nedler had to get a little bit of help there from Joe White up in the booth. But Joshua Nedler up there trying to do everything he can to get the traction going. Going back in the field, that 21st position, you still got Tyler Hudson. I just think we've got a big wreck, and they're still wrecking right there. There's one's in the wall.
The yellow flag
is out. That's going to be the 999 of Dylan Fox was involved in that accident.
Yeah, and the 6th machine there, Josh Phillips. Boy, got tagged from behind and turned by the 999. Just nowhere to go. Kind of one of those check-up type deals with those guys back there. They were racing very hard. Oh, yeah, the 33 dove in there, got in the back of the 6, and just kind of sent him up the track. The 999 machine there, and that's actually the 999 of Dylan Fox. Nowhere to go. Just kind of turned the 6 around. He's hard to the wall. Wow, under caution here again. But, boy, I tell you what, it was heating up back there in the back. They were all just beating and banging in some hard racing.
Hey, I've got a bit of a keyboard warrior out in the chat out there talking with these drivers and making some armchair moves out on the commentary and the racing out there. But yeah, just definitely hard racing out there, just nowhere to go. But definitely tough break for these drivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, definitely check out HRE Motorsports, man. Hey, they definitely you know, give them a like there, and check out OSR Network, as always, bringing this coverage to you here. And want to appreciate the VLR, teamvlr.com. Check them out on Facebook. And Accelerated, which we are live here on the Accelerated Facebook Live side, OSR Network, YouTube and Twitch, and TGFN Racing Twitch side there, which is the True Game Fan Network. So I want to appreciate those guys coming on board as we're on the Twitch side there with those guys. So got a multitude of avenues if you want to check it out. It definitely is a good one so far.
It definitely is, Joe, and it's going to get even better. We've got 5 laps complete. Jacob Fields still leading the field with Drew Herchko. Howard Weaver still holding on strong to that 4th position. He's got a bit of right rear damage on that machine. Don't believe it's going to affect him too hard, but he's definitely going to be coming up through this field and try to get that lead by Dylan Wilson, Drew Herchko, and Jacob Fields.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Been a good one here so far tonight, and this one, as we're in the caution for the 2nd time, and I think really we've probably only completed probably about half of those 12 laps up there I'm showing.
Yeah, Joe, we've completed 5 of the laps here tonight, so when they go green, they'll be on lap number 6.
All right, good deal. As lights on the pace truck's off, as it pulls around here, and that man Jacob Fields, he's loving what he sees out front here. Drew Herchko right there on the side, and right behind him, Dylan Wilson and Howard Weaver. So who's going to be on this restart?
And Jacob Fields has really been getting after it here tonight, and Drew Herchko is going to have to bring his A game to get out there and get past him, Joe.
It is. Pace truck's in. Here we go. Green flag flies. Jacob Fields wastes no time. He takes off. Shane James, Dylan Wilson. Boy, 3 wide heading to turn 1 there as a contact pursues. We're going to be on a caution again. I'm not sure who that was that got turned. Kind of looked like Lucas Crowning.
It did, as I'm going back here and looking.
What it looked like.
No, it looked like the 07 of Howard Weaver just kind of bounced off the wall a little, made contact with the 80 machine up Dylan Wilson, and then after that, the driver started checking up behind him, and chaos ensued again.
I'm trying to find actually someone's. Oh, the 41 of Dylan Hauser was the one who got spun in that. Yeah, he went up the track, got in the side of Dylan, spun around in the middle. And boy, that just checked up that whole field. That could have been worse than what it was right there.
Yeah, it really could have, Joe. But look at that 07 machine of Howard Weaver. He's got even more rear end damage on that one. But a lot of these drivers, some early contact in this race, and they're really going to have to settle it down, get into a rhythm here. I don't think any of these drivers are going to make it out.
Yeah, not sure. So definitely a good one so far. Not sure on the Accelerated side on what they do show on theirs. I do know they are a broadcast style company along with TGFM. They obviously do broadcast style of stuff and the e-games and whatnot. So, where's well, I don't know. Mike, chill out. Anyways, hey, Jacob Fields still leading this one. Now, here's the thing, Davis. I don't know if this time by they will go single file. I do know one of the rules here at the VLR is they'll give them a couple times to get it sorted on caution and do side by side, and then they will do a single file start. They might do it this time because it doesn't look like they're doubling up right yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're quite doing it yet. I think they're going to do single file restarts on this restart, Joe.
All right. And that means so from this time on, every caution will be a single file restart. And the reason they do that is maybe try to, tell these guys calm down a little bit, which, it's just been some good hard racing in the back. And we'll see what happens here.
We will see indeed, Joe, as I'm ready and locked and loaded and ready to go. Jacob Fields still leading the field with Drew Herchko sitting in second, Dylan Rounds in third. Zach Rounds in third, Dylan Wilson in fourth, and Ian Blanchard riding out your top 5.
Yep, pace truck's pulling around here, drops off on pit roads, and like you just said, Jacob Fields, he's going to lead this field here to turn one. Drew Hertzko right there in tow behind him. Zach Rounds, though, look at that, trying to dive it on the inside. Garrett Nieberge back there in the 8th and 7th spot is a good battle. He's got that 55 with Jordan on his outside as they're going to go neck and neck and door to door here. Garrett's looking there to see if we can't get the slider moved in. Can't quite get it held on down low.
Yes, Garrett Nieberge is doing everything he can on that low side. Gets right underneath the 55. The track's really starting to rutting up and just really slick off into the corners. These drivers are having a lot of problems on the entry of the corners, but they're still making this thing work. That's why you're seeing a lot of them bounce off the outside wall, as it's taking every single bit of those suspensions in those late model machines. See, the 07 of Howard Weaver loses traction a bit, but regains it on that bottom side, and now he's going to have to deal with the 55 of Jordan Wesley hot on his heels.
Yes, it is. A 55 machine looking to the inside. Got that synchronized slide job right there going very good as Jordan's trying to take that spot away from Howard Weaver. He's sitting in the 6th place spot. Right behind him, Garrett Nieberge. He is in the move. Up front, you still got Jacob Fields out front. Drew Hertzko there in 2nd, along with Zach Rounds. And like I said, if you want to check out the YouTube side out there, I put it in the thing, but check out OSRN Network on YouTube and Twitch, and that way you'll be able to search that up. But well, I tell you, it is a heated up, man, race going on for the top side right now.
It really is, and that single file restart really level-headed these drivers and got them in a rhythm right now. Jacob Fields got about an 1/8 of a second lead on the number 26 machine of Drew Hertzko. Zach Rounds sitting in 3rd, and Dylan Wilson sitting in 4th. So these drivers right here are about to be battling side by side with each other.
Yes, it is. And just to answer your question, the 777, Jacob Leverstein got caught up in an earlier wreck. First one tore the car up. He's out of it tonight. Right now, though, the 15 machine, DJ Kalinowski, he is trying to do everything he can to try to get up under Tommy Champagne. We got a car around.
The yellow flag is out.
Not 100% sure. That actually looks like the 14. Oh, and he's up on his lid, Davis. Let's go back on the replay and watch. It was 3 wide. Just a little contact between him and the 33, and then the next thing you know, he's riding the wall and flips that thing up on his lid.
And unfortunately, that one's going to end his night, as he's going to have to take a tow back to the garage to get that thing reset.
Wow. Yeah, look like a turtle on its top.
Yeah, that looked a little bad right there. Definitely hard break for him tonight in this race. But look at Tyler Hudson, that 01 machine. He's in that 14th position, been able to miss some more of these wrecks, but he's still got quite a bit of damage on there. So might be someone to watch. Maybe he can pull a top 10 out of here tonight. But Jacob Fields has been the class of the field. But hey, we seen what happened when a driver led all the laps last weekend, didn't we?
Yeah, true, and that is definitely, you're right. You know, domination and still didn't come up with a win. They're all so close. It can happen here, definitely. But yeah, Tyler Hudson on the move, the VLR Spring Fling winner there in that one. So, and I don't know about the brake pedal, but hey, these guys definitely are putting on some awesome slide jobs out here.
They definitely are. Slide jobs left and right. Slide job city here at USA International Speedway. And then, man, I just don't even know where to go on this restart right here. But Howard Weaver, again, going to kind of root for him tonight because he asked a special request. So if I talk about him too much, just tell me to shut up and I'll pick another driver. But he's sitting in 6th position, still got some rear-end contact on the machine. Ian Blanchard in 5th, showing a lot of speed in those heats, so he might be one to watch as well.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if anybody can do anything with the 3 machines up front there. Jacob Fields, Drew Hertzko, and Zach Rounds. They've been the class of the field so far, and Dylan Wilson's right there behind him, Ian Blanchard. Once these cautions keep coming, it's going to be an interesting one here. As like you said, you know, Howard Weaver, he's done a fantastic job so far. He stayed there in 6th. Shane James, I mean, you could just go through a list of drivers here because every one of these guys are just, nobody really stands out to me on this track.
Yeah, no one really stands out to me either. I think they're all pretty competitive here tonight. Jacob Fields, I don't know if it's just because he's got that clean air and is able to get those great restarts and he's able to lead the field through, but that pace car is dropping off.
It is, with green flag flying. Jacob Fields, he has taken off. Drew Hertzko there in the backside. Zach Rounds in 3rd, as they all will take it single file. But look at Howard Weaver. He goes on the inside there on the grass to try to take over Ian Blanchard's 5th place spot. didn't quite get it done, and everybody right now is still single file.
They are. See, Howard Weaver on that low side almost clips the grass right there. Actually does clip the grass. He's able to get as much momentum as he can to get that momentum on the exit of that corner. You're seeing him right now coming into turn 1 and 2. Now he's going to have to deal with the 55 of Jordan Wesley hard on his heels. And right now, I think we're about to have a battle for the lead, too, as Drew Hurtko is about half a second behind the 0007 of Jacob Fields. But he's definitely got to deal with the 29 of Zach Rounds. As Zach Rounds looking to make his move. Is he going to make it now? Is he just going to ride behind him? That 26 clipped that inside grass right on the exit of pit road and got a little airborne.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's right. Nobody stands out to me out here. But right now, Ryan Flatton right now, he's doing a fantastic job watching this good battle going on back here for about the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th place spot. That's going to be Garrett Nieberge back here along with Jordan Wisely, along with the man Shane James and Ryan. Look at these guys. They are trailing, but they're almost 3 wide into the turn, out of the turn down the straight. Garrett Nieberge has that spot right now as he's trying to hang on to the 8th place spot, but Ryan is doing everything he can to try to get it away from him.
He is Ryan Flatton. That number 5 machine had it 3 wide coming out of the corner, but smartly decides to get the back of him. The 19 and the 55 make contact as they come off the corner and onto the front stretch.
Yes, it does. Contact there, trading paint just a little bit as they're still battling it out tooth to nail for that 7th place spot. Up front, though, we got Drew Hurtko trying to work over, or he actually got his hands full with Zach Grounds. That's a battle for 2nd spot. And look at Dylan Wilson out of nowhere, just bringing that machine, sliding it into the picture there, trying to take over that 2nd or 3rd spot away.
He is, Joe. He's got that machine, and his roof is throwing me off. On the roof it says 08, but on the door and on iRacing it says the number 80.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag. You where it was?
Negative.
Negative. All right. Might have been. Go back on the 11 here. Yep. I think 11. Yep. 11 got into 11 of Eric Hugh, got in the back end of the 33 machine. Wow. Just a little contact between him and Tommy Champagne. Hate to see that there. Brings out the caution here again, but hey, we had a good green flag run going there.
We did, Joe. I thought I was going to be able to get me some food pretty soon, but no, the field's going to bunch up again here tonight. And look at sitting in 11, Tyler Hudson. Been able to really get that thing going, and he's almost into that top 10, so he's been slowly making his way forward. Howard Weaver sitting in 6th, Ian Blanchard in 5th, Dylan Wilson, Zach Rounds, Drew Hurtko in 2nd, and Jacob Fields still the class of the field here tonight in that 007 machine.
Absolutely, folks. Put out there. Put this one. Hashtag no food for Davis Richards.
Man, that just makes me sad thinking about it. Got to go to the taco or hot dog stand, Joe.
Makes you sad thinking about it. Yeah, we're going to make that one trending. No food. Hashtag no food to Davis Richards. But I'm going to tell you, it's just been a good race so far. Just under, I think it's caution 4 here tonight. Been a very, very good one. I believe, I don't know how well my redneck calculator is going to work. It's usually broke or malfunctioning most of the time. How many laps? We probably run about, almost 20?
We ran 16 laps, Joe.
All right. Hey, I was close. Trying to give it here and there. So it's been a good one so far. Jacob Fields is the man loving it. He's liking these little cautions here and able to control the field and get out front. Drew Hurtko and Zach Rounds are battling it out. Dylan Wilson right there behind him.
They are, Joe, and they've got it coming too. They've got the machine to get up there, but Jacob Fields has just been getting such great restarts in that 007 machine. I don't know if Drew Hurtko has what it takes to get up there with him, but if he does, man, I'd really like to see a battle for that lead.
Yeah, well, that's a good assessment out there, Carl. Never knew that. I didn't really think about it. You're right, though. The cooling and heating effect on the tires out here, not sure how well that affects them here on the dirt side. I know on the asphalt it affects a huge amount. But yellows could be hurting Jacob Fields later on in, and that's what could have hurt maybe the man last week, I believe, Jacob Leverstein, who dominated most of the race there and ended up in about 3rd or 4th spot. Green flag's back. Jacob Fields gets a hammer down and gone. Drew Hurtko is there in 2nd as we're single file. Zach Rounds look to the inside, though. He's going to try to take that 2nd place spot. Dylan Wilson in tow, sitting back there in 4th.
He is. They're all battling. They're all single filed out right behind the leader. But now we've got a battle for second place. That's going to be the 29 machine of Zach Rounds right on the rear bumper of Drew Herchko. He's been there all night, beating and banging. And can he make it happen? He tries to look low going into the corner. He's not going to have the momentum. He almost makes contact with his rear quarter panel.
Yes, he does. Ian Blanchard right there looks to the inside of Dylan Wilson. He's got a little high. Howard Weaver's going to try to take that mistake as he is running that cushion high line and see if he can't get it going. He's getting a momentum push off the turn. Howard's moved it up to the 5th place spot. On the move right now, Tyler Hudson is another one on the move as he's going to work over Shane James. Look at them cars back there for the 7th on back.
They are beating and banging for sure, Joe, but they're single file now. But now Tyler Hudson, that 01 machine, looks low as Shane James. Not going to be able to pull it off. Got to wonder if that damage is affecting him or how that car is handling for him right now as you see him battling in front of him for the 9th and 8th place spot. That's going to be Ryan Flatten and Jordan Wesley.
Yes, it is, and right now Shane James is hanging on to the 9th place spot as he's working over Ryan Flatten right now, trying to see if we can't flatten him out the way as that number 5 machine's holding it right so steady. In the 8th place, but Tyler Hudson, Mr. iracing himself on the dirt side here, is doing everything he can. Shane James jumps the inside curb, got that car a little bit upset. That's going to open the door up for the 01.
01 gets the momentum off of the cushion on going back into the corner of 1 and 2, or I'm sorry, 3 and 4. I've got my corners mixed up here, but they're still battling for 8th place. That's going to be Ryan Flatten and Jordan Wesley again. Now we're going to see the number 55 machine get right on the rear bumper of Ian Blanchard, and it's going to slow his momentum down big time.
Yes, it is, and right now this is an awesome battle right back here for about the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th spot. As old Jordan and Ryan, as they still will go on. Look at Tyler Hudson, puts the nose in, and there he thought about 3 wide, couldn't quite get it done. Well, that is a man possessed and on a mission right now in that 01.
He is. He's just going to show some patience here. Just running clean. He's already got some damage, but I think he has what it takes to get up there to the front, even with all that damage. As you see, that's the number 55 machine of Jordan Wesley jump the cushion and get all up in the wall.
He did, got up there and was able to hold on to it though. And Tyler Hudson looks to the inside. He's going to try to put the slide on him. Can't quite get it to hook yet as that top lane is holding everything it needs. Shane James right there behind him. Well, Jacob Fields still out front in this one by about a second. Drew Herchko there in the 2nd spot, along with Zach Rounds, Dylan Wilson. They are all still nose to tail. Howard Weaver's in the 5th spot. But the battle's on back here, folks, for I'm going to say about 7th on back, as these guys are just swapping positions and on top of each other.
They are, as we're on lap number 25. We're going to have 51 to go as we got a battle for that 3rd place. Dylan Wilson trying to look low on Zach Rounds, just not able to get that momentum. But I'm seeing a lot more drivers. We didn't see any drivers really run that cushion in the heats, but now they're all up and on top of it.
Yes, it is. The 01 there, Tyler Hudson still looks on the inside. Shane James trying to work on his backside there. Very, very good battle going on here as Hudson is trying to move up through the Ryan Flatten, and the yellow flag is out. Let's see who that was on, if we can, who that might be on. Let's see. Oh, 15 of DJ Kilinowski. Got tagged and spun and turned around.
Tough break for Kilinowski, as I had talked about him in that B main. I said if he was going to be able to avoid the Hornet's nest and get through this field, he might have a chance at it tonight, but he just gets turned around in that machine and turned 3 and 4.
Well, let's hope not, Eric. That would be a bad thing there, so knock on wood, everything goes good. But right now, Jacob Fields out front in this one, Drew Herchko in 2nd, Zach Rounds in 3rd, and Dylan Wilson sitting in 4th, along with Howard Weaver there, rounds out the top 5. It's a very, very good show so far. As man, these guys have got some talent. That's all I can say.
They really do, Joe. I mean, they're beating and banging with the best of the best out there.
They are. And you've got some of the best here at the VLR, presented by Accelerated. Tonight, the Big 3 Series Super Late Models. Nice. Split screen. Need to do some split. You know what? I have I can do split screen. I've got that capability. I do it on the oval side. The problem with dirt side is the action is so fast and furious. I just don't set it up, but I can do real time side by side just like they do on the real TV, and yes, Race Spot does and whatever. I have that capability. Just don't do it on dirt because it's just so fast paced.
Definitely is fast-paced racing, and that's what it is, Joe. Nothing but the best of the best out here tonight. Man, we've been talking about Tyler Hudson all the way up in that 9th position now after he went to the back after heavy contact on the first lap. But Jacob Fields still going to lead the field out once that pace car drops, with Drew Herchko behind him, Zach Rounds, Dylan Wilson, and Howard Weaver still in the top 5. Hasn't been able to get higher than that, as that pace car is pulling off now.
Yes, it is. Back to green flag racing here as Jacob Fields gets another good start. Drew Herchko right there behind him. Zach Rounds is on tow with him. Dylan Wilson, so you got the 3, I'm going to say, teammates up there. They all running about the same thing, Elite 7 racing up there up front. And they are definitely doing some elite racing right now as Dylan Wilson is trying to do everything he can. He moves to the inside of Zach Rounds. He says, I've had enough. I want to try to get to the front. Can't make it stick coming out of the turn. We'll see if he tries it one more time, though.
He's going to ride that high. Look at the momentum. He gets off in the middle of the corner, just absolutely kills him right there. And he got one heck of a run on the 29 of Zach Rounds. He's going to be able to make it work going into turn 3 and 4. I'm not sure if he is. He looks to the low side of Zach Rounds. Not going to quite going to be pulling. Almost hits that inside wall.
Man, they were 3 wide for just a second there. That brings Howard Weaver into the mix. And now you've got a 4-car battle. Look at the Weaver Mobile diving on the inside of Dylan Wilson. Can he make that bottom lane stick with his inside slider job synchronized? Can't quite yet as he goes door to door with the 80 machine. He's going to try it one more time. He puts his fender in there, drives it on the inside. Looks like that middle groove, though, is the place to be to push it off the turns here.
I think Howard heard me when I said that he couldn't get up there higher than 5th place right now, because he's got that machine locked and loaded and ready to go for that 4th position of Dylan Wilson.
Absolutely. Well, hey, there you go, Joe. Man, yeah, definitely. It's about the realest thing you definitely can get out here to the realest thing here. iRacing does a fantastic job. But Dylan Wilson, he's fighting for his life. Howard Weaver's right there on the inside trying to take it away. He would like to get back up there to Zach Rounds. Can anybody do anything with that 007 spy machine out front of Jacob Fields, who is leading this one? Hey, can anybody do anything just with the Elite 7 racing out front?
Joe, I don't know, but I've been watching the 07 of Jacob Fields, and he's been running the low line quite a bit, pretty much all race long. That I'm sorry to say 01 line. That low line is going to give up completely eventually. It's already starting. They're seeing drivers really been able to make some moves on the top side. So it'll be interesting to see what if it plays out, to see if Jacob Fields makes his way closer and closer to that cushion.
Absolutely. Kind of single filed out right now. Everybody's kind of calmed down and bouncing around here on this track there. Kind of way bumpy there on that looks like the front stretch side. But right now, you still got a good battle here about to transpire back about the 7th, 8th, 9th place. We saw that earlier on. Ryan Flatten right there went along with Jordan Wisely. Tyler Hudson still there in the 9th place. You got Shane James rounding out the top 10, but this one ain't over yet.
It's not, Joe, as we still got a lot of racing here to go, Joe. We're on about lap 34 right now. As you see the 01 of Tyler Hudson's gonna right behind the 55 of Jordan Wesley. Just can't get the momentum to get around him, and look how covered those things are in dirt on the front ends.
Yes, they are covered up really good right here. Got the dust flying all over the place. The thing about it here right now, Davis, is it looks like everybody's at a stalemate trying to figure out what line to go. But if we go back up front here, Dylan Wilson, he's trying to look back on the inside again. Nobody's been able to get that low line working. And it looks like everybody's traveling up to the middle lane now. Don't know if they're going to get way up high on that cushion before this one's over with. But right now, somebody's got to try to figure out something to make a pass here.
Man, just watch those cars going into the corner, especially on the front stretches. Look how much out of control they get with the bumps and the rivets and the holes in that track that are really starting to form. But man, look at that 80 machine of Dylan Wilson.
Absolutely, he drove it down on the inside. The problem is, I think Drew Herchko took the line that he needed, but the battle's on for second spot. 4-car race happening here for that spot. Man in trouble right now, though. It's got to be that man, Zach Rounds. Oh, contact made, they're wrecking.
And they're wrecking, and Howard Weaver rear-ended him, but I believe that transpired in the second position. The 26 of Drew Herchko. I'm watching him right now, Joe. As the 26 comes off the corner, he gets into the, looks like the 29, the 80, and the 26 just all made contact coming off the corner, just racing so close. And unfortunately, Howard Weaver got the bad end of the stick on that one.
Yeah, 26 got contact in the wall, kind of stacked them up. Excuse me, 29 got contact in the wall. And then 26 of Zach Rounds, well, 29 of Zach Rounds. So the two teammates, yeah, it was just basically, to me, looks like just a check up there from everybody. And unfortunate right there. So, wow, dominating performance by the Elite 7 guys. But just like that, things can change without notice. Now, can Jacob Fields hold these guys off?
Well, I don't know. He's going to have a new person in second place. That's going to be the 80 machine of Dylan Wilson, and third is going to be Howard Weaver. So man, I don't know, we got to see it. We can see Drew Hertko in that second position, just not able to make any ground in the 07, but now he's got new competitors up there.
He does. I mean, so we'll have to see what now happens. As the 80 was fast, we'll have to see what he can actually do in clean track here. Can he get up there and battle with that double seven machine of Jacob Fields? It'll be time will tell here, as we should be, what, in about lap, I'll say we're around about lap 50 or so, shouldn't we?
Yes, sir. We're on about lap, last call I got from the admins was lap 36.
Oh, okay. All right, well, way off on that one. Yeah, that would be kind of cool, Jeff, to see the cars coming off the trailer and on the trailer.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
And they called off the green flag here.
I just got word that the admins are still looking at that wreck and to see what happened and see if it will receive the EOL.
Yeah, I mean, just from my perspective, I'll let the admins do their job. Looks like Zach Rounds got up into the wall, checked up when he did. He came off, bounced off the wall, and unfortunately the teammate was there, the 26. And he just got in the back end of him, turned him, and just one of those things.
Yeah, just hard and close racing, and that's what we've seen all night, Joe.
Yeah, and just to say, I mean, that's just our deal, folks. By what we see and what the admins, they make the calls. We come up here and just kind of look and see what we see on the track. But, yeah, definitely, I mean, it's again, dirt track racing, Davis. I'm going to tell you, it's fast-paced.
It is, and that's going to put Drew Hertko out of the race, or at least multiple laps down, as he's on pit road right now, 2 laps down in 18th position. Go from second place to almost
last. Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Sad.
You know, and that is dirt racing. I mean, I say it week in and week out here as we're still in the caution. I say it week in and week out. I have trouble walking straight rather than trying to drive sideways. These guys, I got to give hats off to them. They definitely, to get out here and do what they do, it is mind-boggling for me to see them control these machines. But again, unlike the oval side here that we, obviously we see a lot of them race, these guys are, anything can happen at any given turn.
You're absolutely right. It absolutely can, especially with hard as these drivers are racing this track right now and each other.
No doubt about it. We'll see if they call off the restart one more time. Looks like they're all double filed up here. Not sure if they're going to let them stay that way or what's going to happen. But hey, folks, I hope y'all have enjoyed it so far and liked everything you've seen. If you do, give a share, give a like, give a thumbs up. If you don't like it, there's a little thumbs down button over on the YouTube side. You can hit it, and I still appreciate you coming by. But either way, hey, I think we're set to go back racing here at USA.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag's in the air, Drew, and they did go at double file that time. They're already 3 wide in the back and 3 wide up front for about that 5th place spot. Look at the scatter of this one here. Like a bunch of ants, man, going to an ant farm.
And the number 80 of Dylan Wilson is going to clear the 007 of Jacob Fields, but Jacob Fields looks to the low side. He's going to be able to pull it off. No, he's not. The 80 gets all the momentum coming off of the corner, and he's going to be able to lead this thing.
Man, takes it to the point there. The 80 machine, we was wondering if anybody had anything for that 007, but that high line has came in, and he got the line that he wanted. And boy, he blazed to the front. So Mr. Kool-Aid Man is up there up front right now, riding the cushion and doing everything he possibly can. Don't count that old 007 out though, Jacob Fields. He is still digging down on the inside lane.
He is. He's looking to get every single bit of momentum. He was running the low side all race. Now he's switched his line up top. Still not quite on that cushion quite yet, but he's definitely had to change his line.
Yes, he is. Right now falls back in line. Right behind him, Ian Blanchard. He's got his hands full with the Weaver Mobile, the Howard Weaver, and that 07. As you've also got, look at in 5th place. Boy, Mr. iracing himself, Tyler Hudson in that 01 machine. Battle still for the top side. Dylan Wilson, he might have the high line, but boy, Jacob Fields is going to try that low line the best he can.
Man, where did Tyler Hudson come from? Sitting in the 5th position, came out of absolutely nowhere. We talked about him just barely and slowly making his way up through the field, and it's really paid off from him here as he looks slow, and now they're 3 wide coming off the corner. The 07 of Howard Weaver loses momentum and loses the point on the number 2 of Ian Blanchard.
Absolutely, the man came out of nowhere with a dirt KO right there, and he's trying to bring it up to the front. Tyler Hudson in that 01 machine, he looked to the inside of the 07 of Howard Weaver, couldn't get the pass on. Dylan Wilson up front, though, in this one has got that high line rumbling. Look at these cars. We talked about it. They are all now up there, up in the high groove of the cushion here at USA.
They absolutely are. And you see the 01 of Tyler Hudson just bangs the wall just a tad. Now he's going to let the number 5 of Brian Flatten get right below him. He's not going to be able, Brian Flatten's not going to be able to clear him. And look how much the 01 of Tyler Hudson is absolutely throwing that machine in the corner.
Yeah, it is. Just saying, look, I got to do something here to get to the front. Shane James right there in the 7th place spot in HRE Motorsports car as out front. Dylan Wilson, when he got it, he said, see you later, long gone. The track, you're right, it's coming to him. He was running that high line, and it looks like it's coming around to the way he's liking it. Everybody is on the top lane right now, up on that cushion here, Davis. We didn't see it, none through the heats, none through the mains, but boy, here in the feature, they're all up there riding the wall.
They are, Joe, in the 01 of Tyler Hudson trying a different line than everyone else. He's kind of diamond in the corner. He's going in really hot low and just letting that machine just drift up onto the cushion and taking her out high. Man, he's just trying to do every single thing he can. I know that machine has damage, so he's trying to work to its favor. But right now we've got a battle for 3rd place. That's Howard Weaver in the 07. And the number 2 machine of Ian Blanchard as Howard looks slow, can't quite get beside him. Now he's going to have to deal with the 01 of Hudson.
Absolutely. Tyler Hudson slides it on the inside. Can't. The 02 machine of Ian Blanchard attacks the wall just a little bit. Leaves the door open. They'll go door to door. The 07 of Howard Weaver puts it to the inside. Can he get enough on that slide? He does. Holy cow, what a slide job he put on him. Coming out of turn 4, he made it hook and hook very good. He was putting ruts there in the dirt coming out of that turn.
And now they're 3 wide. The 01 of Hudson looks slow. The number 2 of Ian Blanchard in the middle. The low line just has completely went away. And all these drivers are having to fight up top and just look at the track. There's slick spots all up through the corner. It's pushing these drivers up high. There's slick spots on the front stretch and there's slick on the back stretch.
Absolutely. And the man out front, Dylan Wilson's loving every minute of this one. Tyler Hudson still trying to work over Ian Blanchard. Can he quite get it done? He's using that low line middle side right there. As boy, he's got Shane James, Ryan Flatten behind him, or he's working over Ryan Flatten, but you got Josh Phillips there in the mix. Boy, this is some intense action going on back here in the back.
It is, and the 01 of Hudson still trying that low line, just not able to make it work because he still just keeps fighting down there. It's not working for him. He's losing spots, but he's not giving up on it either. Might be saving a little gas in that machine as well. But I'm telling you, that Howard Weaver and that 07, he's sitting in 3rd right now. It's the first time we've seen him with a clean racetrack in front of him. Can he put down the consistent lap times he needs and get up there and take that 2nd position and then go after the 80 of Wilson?
You know, he was the first one in the heats to travel to the middle side of the groove and won that thing. So he knows that that middle high line will work and work well. Like you said, clean track in front for him. Boy, Tyler Hudson, he is battling it out there. Shane James is using that cushion up high as they go in a synchronized slide. Dylan Wilson still out front with Jacob Fields in second, Howard Weaver in third, Ian Blanchard in fourth, Ryan Flatten there sitting in the 5th place spot, but the battle's on here for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Shane James gets that spot away for the 6th place as they all are nose to tail right now.
Look how much those machines are just jumping up and down on the front and back stretches. They are absolutely having a hard time controlling those machines into the corner, and they're still somehow doing it. But that battle for the lead is heating up, with Jacob Fields pulling in closer within a 1/10 of a second on Dylan Wilson.
Man, he had to travel up to the top side there, to the cushion, as you see those guys riding it. Can Jacob Fields muster enough and maybe make that low line work here as time is running out? The laps are running out here tonight at the USA Speedway on the dirt side here for the VLR, presented by Accelerated. Big 3 Series super late model action here on dirt. As look at that dive, the 07, the crossover move by the man, Dylan, and he's going to get it. Boy, I tell you, Jacob Fields threw that thing in there for hope and a prayer, and it stuck, but he just didn't get it to stick long enough.
Man, and I looked down, I wasn't even paying attention. The 80 machine of Dylan Wilson, it's into the wall, and now he tries to pull it off of it. But hey, that opened the door for the 07. 07 of Jacob Fields is long gone, as we're going to have 5 to go as they come across the start-finish line.
One mistake's all it takes, and that's what I pretty much think has happened right there. That mistake Dylan Wilson did pretty much sealed his deal for tonight. Had it up front, but those guys were heating it up. We'll see if he can't pull him in. He's got a little bit of time. Just not a lot of time. Let's go on back here to the 4th, 5th place. As that one is Ian Blanchard, Ryan Flatten. They're going to go side by side. Look at the 5 there of Ryan. Slide job, crossover move though by Ian, as we saw it earlier. But he didn't make the slide over move. He did that time heading into turn 1.
And look how crooked that machine of Ian Blanchard was getting into the corner, but he somehow pulls off the slide job on Flatten, and that number 5 car is the 2 of Ian Blanchard goes high, and the 5 still goes low, and he trades slide jobs with him, and now the 2 of Ian is going to go back low coming off the exit of the corner.
Yeah, it is. Boy, a slide job city here happening at USA as they go full tooth and nail. The 5 takes the cone out, and he slides up. Here comes the 5. Excuse me, the 2 did. The 5's coming back on the inside of Ryan. They'll go neck and neck, heading into the turn here. Dylan Wilson, well, he is losing ground to Jacob Fields and losing in the fast. I think pretty much that hit the wall was done and over with for him right there. He had it covered, but one mistake's all it takes. Jacob Fields is out of nowhere and is out of this one. He's got a 1.6-second lead, leading it right now.
And as he's coming into 3 and 4, and once he takes the exit and crosses that finish line, he's going to have the white flag in his face. Came back, led most of this race, but lost the lead, and now he has gained it back as he comes in 1 and 2, and he's going to have half a track to go.
Yes, it is, and Dylan Wilson just can't do anything. The battle right here, though, is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because Jacob Fields is going to pull this one out and win it here. We're going to have to see what happens, though, but man, what a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th back there, as it looks like Howard Weaver is going to be in 3rd. Dylan Wilson's going to end up in 2nd, and a heartbreaker for him there when he tags the wall. Whoa, but Jacob Fields was able to dodge a bullet. He got behind the man up there. He was able to stay out front, and man, what a battle, what a battle. So, see if we can't bring up old Howard Weaver up here in the waiting room along with Dylan Wilson. Man, Davis, I tell you, while I'm moving these guys, man, what do you think about that race?
Man, what a crazy finish we seen right there, Joe. Jacob Fields coming back and winning this thing. Dylan Wilson had the lead for about 10 to 15, 20 laps, and then Jacob Fields been able to battle back through controversy, and he is undoubtedly your winner here tonight.
Yeah, wow. What a run, what a run. And I hope everybody out there enjoyed that one, because that was a awesome race. And you see that 007, he's burning them down right now. Love that. I mean, it was a good run. Don't see him in here, but hey, let's bring up our 3rd place man here, Howard Weaver, and let's get a talk in with him.
Oh, hey, Howard Weaver. It's Davis Richards up here in the OSRN Network booth. Man, we seen you battle on the top 5. For most of that race, you couldn't get better than 5th, but all of a sudden, that low line went away, and you were rocking that cushion. Man, what'd you do out there?
Yeah, I seen faster all race up on the high side anyway while they were running down low, but it's hard to pass here because of the I don't know, it's hard to pass with people, you know, drifting up and stuff. But I was just working up there, and eventually it came in for good, but then it went super high and my car started pushing, so I'm just glad to hang on to third there.
Man, well, awesome job you did out there tonight, man. Do you think if you would have been able to grab that lead and get that, I guess, clean air, I suppose we could say here, that you have been able to hold on to it? Does these drivers just have your number out here tonight?
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Aerodynamics doesn't really play a big part in dirt racing, but I think if whoever's in the lead always has an advantage, because they're not having to try to chase someone down, and chasing people down can cause you to screw up more than being out front and not having anyone you're looking at to try to pass. So if I was out front, it could have been different, but there was a few times I had a decent run there and couldn't really do anything about it, and then at the end I was just kind of hanging on.
Well, when I said clean air, I put quotes up in the air, but I forgot y'all couldn't see me, so y'all didn't get the kind of sarcasm with that.
I see you, Davis.
Thank you, Howard. I appreciate that. But nonetheless, man, awesome finish out there, coming home in third. Finally get to talk to you in one of these things when you're not
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
But nonetheless, congratulations. We'll be looking forward to watching you out there next week.
Yeah, I appreciate it every week. I've kind of had bad luck here in the late model, so anytime I can end up finishing, where we run is pretty good. But I want to say congratulations to Jacob Fields. That's his first career win at VLR. So I didn't really see what happened there at the end. I seen Dylan in the wall and him go by, so it looked pretty exciting. But probably needed another caution at the end to be able to do anything. But yeah, good race, and thank you guys for broadcasting.
You know what? Well, thank you, Howard, for always showing us how to get it done out there tonight. But one last thing, got anyone out there you want to thank?
Yeah, want to thank Team Friday for sponsoring me.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
Tennessee Punch Bunch, OSRN for covering it. Everyone who came out and tuned in tonight, and hopefully it was a decent race for a 3/4 mile track.
Decent and sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Howard Weaver coming out with a strong third-place finish here at USA International Speedway.
All right, Howard Weaver, well, let's bring up our second place man here. That would actually be Dylan Wilson. Well, he had it for a few there, Davis. The man hit that wall and lost it. Bring him up, let's get talking with him.
Hey Dylan, this is Davis Richards up here in the OSR Network booth, man. Heartbreaker out there for you tonight. Y'all were all running in the tire tracks of...
Hang on, we're not going
sorry,
green,
Jacob Fields in that
not going
007
green.
machine. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But man, once you got that lead, I thought you had it. You pulled up to about a 3 or 4 second of a lead there, and then Jacob Fields just ran you down. So you had some contact in the wall. If you had to do it over, would you do anything differently?
Yeah, I'd probably go back to that second restart when we got hooked into the wall right there. That kind of set us back in the race, but I mean, we were a rocket ship still after that, and I was really tight getting in the corner after we had that contact early on, and when the top came in, there's a little cushion that builds up on the wall getting into the corner, and if I would hit that just right, it would turn me perfect into the corner. If I'd miss it, I'd get really tight and have to wait on the car, and that's when he would reel me in. But I mean, it was honestly, I needed the laps just to click off, because the higher that cushion got pushed up to the wall, it seemed like the worst we got as a run.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
I mean, I'll take a second. I mean, after getting contact with the wall.
I think we might have lost Dylan there. Dylan, are you still there?
Lost the sound.
What? Well, nonetheless, Dylan had a fast and awesome car out there tonight, finishing in that second position.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Well, hey, that's fine. We were just saying how awesome and strong of a car you had out there. Just had a few little miss errors, but nonetheless, nothing to hang your hat on. Coming out here at USA in second place. You got anyone out there you want to thank?
Yeah, I thank Clay. We worked on the set earlier, and we got this thing going right, and it was awesome for the main. Without that contact, I think we could have won that race. a lot.
Hang
or
on,
had,
we're not
had a lot
going
easier
green,
time
not
with that
going
race than we
green.
did. And I think Rocket over at D1OT, all the guys that help over there.
We can hear a little mascot with your dog in the background. It's always got someone cheering you on, but nonetheless, awesome second place finish. And we'll look forward to watching you out there next week here at OSR Network.
And also, thank you, VLR, for putting this deal on, and you guys for broadcasting, and everybody watching.
Well, that right there was your second place finisher, Dylan Wilson, a very happy man. Just had a few little mistakes right there. Almost came out with that victory, but a strong showing by him tonight.
Well, this guy right here did pull it off. He had a little scare there for a little bit, but you know, and I know here at Davis, the 007 man himself held on to it here tonight. Jacob Fields, Joe White in the booth, got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
I'll tell you, you were out front most of it
Hang
tonight
on, we're
here.
not going
And then
green,
after
not
that,
going green.
out of nowhere, Dylan Wilson came to the outside there, got the lead from you. What was going through your mind then? Did you think you had enough man to run him down?
I was definitely regretting not taking that outside on that restart. I was just hoping that I could hang on back air, and what happened happened. I mean, it's unfortunate that it happened, but I was just hoping for a bobble. That way I could get by, and luckily it happened and could get my first win.
Absolutely. Awesome first win at that, too. He led a lot of laps out front. He got that line that he wanted, the high line, and he was out front. But like we said, one mistake is all it takes. And, boy, you pounded on that mistake he made in the wall, got back out front, and just walked away with it here. How was the track to you out here all day?
It wasn't
Hang
too
on,
bad.
we're not going green,
there
not
towards the
going
middle
green.
of the race, that whoop section started coming in on the front stretch, so that wasn't too fun, but seemed like you could run a little different line and possibly not bobble as much, but it wasn't too bad overall.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, I tell you, it's a good one. Sorry about that. I was kind of reading the iRacing thing still saying we're not going green all the time. Everybody's like, oh, we're not going green. So it says, well, somebody's go green already. But, man, I'm going to tell you what, Jacobs, it was an awesome run you had out there. The Elite 7 guys, y'all, all three at one point in the race were just dominating the top three spots, and then just mishap happened for your teammates back there in the back. What was going through your mind at that point? Did you think, uh-oh, got new competitors coming up?
At that point, I saw Dylan behind me, and I knew I was going to have to work
Hang
for
on,
it,
we're
that's
not
for sure. I
going
was kind
green,
of comfortable
not
when I
going
had
green.
Zach and Drew back behind me, but once they got into that little wreck, I ended up, I was pretty nervous at that point.
Well, hey, nervousness definitely paid off, but you have nerves of steel here tonight at USA Dirt Track Speedway here for the VLR presented by Accelerated Big 3 Super Late Model. You put it in victory lane in that 007. Jacob Fields, you got him out there you want to thank?
Oh yeah, I gotta thank these guys at Elite 7. I mean, just a great group of guys. All the guys at VLR, it's always fun to come here and run. Max Speed TV, Drew at Water Truck Productions, twitch.tv/thank, and I gotta thank you guys up in the booth and broadcasting this. It's always fun to go back and watch.
Absolutely, as always, man. Appreciate it, man. And it's good to watch you guys out there.
Hang
But
on,
folks,
we're not going green,
but there
not
you go.
going
That's
green.
the 007 man himself, Jacob Fields, putting it in the victory lane here tonight. Again, congratulations on Jacob.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, Davis, right there you go. Happy guy, a little bit nervous there, but wow, I'm gonna tell you that was a run.
It absolutely was, Joe, but I've got the final finishing order sitting right in front of me, so I'll run it down. Coming out in first place, you just talked to the man. That's Jacob Fields. Second, Dylan Wilson. Third, Howard Weaver. Ian Blanchard, Ryan Flatten, Tyler Hudson in sixth. Shane James, Zach Rounds, Josh Phillips in ninth. Rounding out your top 10, you're going to have Jordan Wesley in 11th, Garrett Niebergy, Dylan Hauser, DJ Kilanowski in 13th. And off the night, he won to showed some early fast speed in those heats. Lucas Chowning in 14th, Drew Phillips,
Hang on,
Virgil
we're not
Graham in
going
16th.
green,
Didn't
not
really
going
talk about
green.
him at all tonight. 17th, Ken Short, 18, Dylan Fox, Jacob Leverstein, Drew Hirschko, Joshua Neltner, Tommy Champagne, and rounding out the field, it's Eric Huff. But nonetheless, what a great, awesome racing we saw here tonight at USA International Speedway, and I hope the fans had fun with it as well.
But I had a blast. I hope they did too, just like what you said there. As we leave here for the USA Speedway here in Dirt for the VLR, presented by Accelerated Big 3 Super Late Model. Again, congratulations. Hats off to Jacob Fields pulling off the win tonight in a thriller, and a heartbreaker there for Dylan Wilson there at the end. But folks, tune in tomorrow night. You see some more UMP modified racing. Until then, everyone, have a good night.